all agencies, I mean, in some ways kind of we don't do the same thing. You know, there's specialties in different areas. What are the things that an agency can do to cut through some of the traffic?
That's a much tougher question because that's
Right.
really about vibe, right?
Right.
That's how well do you get the brand position? Mm-hmm. Because there are a lot of agencies, I think, that pitch their approach to everything.
Sure.
The problem with that is that they don't take enough time to understand what the tone of the brand communication is, what your position in different channels might be. King Arthur's baking content on site is really buttoned up and really formal and really exact. It's professional bakers with years of experience who've been to culinary school. Like, it is right there. But we still have to give ourselves permission to relax sometimes in social, where it's like, this is still social media and it's still baking content. So, like, it has to be a little bit fun. There's flour around here. Let's do a good unboxing. And I think understanding those different media touch points and different voices and tones really important for like a marketing agency to understand.
That's a really good call out. It's funny when you say that about the baking content being really formal, but that's what baking is, right? To get good results, you have to follow the recipe. You have to weigh everything, right? It's not just like, oh, dash of this, dash of that. Let's see what happens.
Right. We cannot do Maddie Matheson and Action Bronson because like that's savory cooking in a way that's just very different. Like baking is exact measurements down to the point where we're going to tell you how to make it exact measurements, right? You know, using weights and like, you know, zeroing things out and kind of getting things. And that's one of the quality components of not just the content, but the ingredients themselves, you know?
And so I guess like to bring it full circle, would you say that like if somebody was coming in, they would need to have that same kind of vibe as the agency making the pitch? Be like, hey, it's going to be exact. We're going to do everything.
That's exactly the kind of pitch that we need to see now. And at past roles, you know, I worked for a big manufacturing company that's very European.
Yeah.
That needed to be really buttoned up. That needed to be formal clothing, you know, like, but I've definitely worked more casual places where the vibe of the agencies we worked with was more casual and more willing to be experimental, you know, with the brand messaging and more willing to be playful.
Okay. That's interesting. Oh, that's good for me to know. I'm going to have to get some long sleeves.
Sometimes you have to put a tie on.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to do it.